The Lantern in the Attic. In a quiet house at the edge of town, there was an attic nobody entered. It was dusty, filled with boxes of forgotten clothes, broken furniture, and books eaten by time. But among the cobwebs stood something unusual, an old lantern, its glass cracked, its flame long gone. The lantern had belonged to Eleanor's grandfather, a man she barely remembered. Her parents never spoke much about him. All she knew was that he was a dreamer, a man who built things, wrote journals, and believed in possibilities others laughed at. They said he wasted his life chasing foolish ideas. One stormy night when the power went out, Eleanor climbed into the attic searching for a candle. Her eyes landed on the lantern. Something about it pulled her closer. She wiped the dust away and, almost without thinking, struck a match. The lantern flickered and then blazed to life. And as the flame grew, shadows moved across the attic walls, shadows that weren't hers. In the glow, she saw a younger version of her grandfather, sitting at a desk, sketching inventions, scribbling poems, painting wild landscapes. He looked alive, passionate, full of light. Then the shadow shifted, showing the older version of him, tired, ridiculed, beaten by disappointment. The family's voices echoed in the dark. "Stop dreaming. Be practical. Grow up." Eleanor's chest tightened. She knew those words. She had heard them too, every time she spoke about her own love for writing, her own secret wish to create. The lantern flared again. This time the shadow showed Eleanor herself. Two versions. One, the path she was living, safe, ordinary, quiet, with her dreams boxed away in the attic. The other, a version of her standing on a stage, reading her stories to an audience, her words changing lives. The vision whispered, "Your grandfather's mistake was not that he dreamed. It was that he let the world shame him into silence. Do not repeat it." The lantern went out, plunging the attic into darkness. But something inside Eleanor had been lit. From that night on, she began to write again. At first, only in secret, short stories before bed, journal entries hidden in drawers. But then, braver, she shared them online, sent them to contests, read them aloud to friends. Her words began to travel further than she ever expected. And every time fear crept in, every time someone told her to be realistic, she remembered the lantern in the attic and the man who had carried the flame before her. Years later, when Eleanor's first book was published, she dedicated it not to herself, but to her grandfather, for the dreamer who carried the lantern and for those who will light it again. So tonight, before you sleep, remember this lesson. The world will try to blow out your flame, to call your dreams foolish, to bury them in the attic of your heart. But inside you, there is still a lantern waiting. It only needs your courage to strike the match. Light it, carry it, and never let anyone tell you the glow is worthless.